All right. All right. I think we're back. Oh, I'm going to send out. All right. I'll give everybody who is in there a chance to get back. We'll go in a minute, but yeah, I don't know what happened there. Either the winter internet went out or OBS shut down. But yeah, all right, we'll just continue here. All right, so where are we? We're right there. Mike's matchup. Yeah, so highest scoring team goes to Mike for this week and the year. Barkley not doing much, but not mattering. I mean, Dak Prescott getting 50, McCaffrey 20, 16s from your wideouts. He put up 184 with the donut in the tight end category. You know, if Everett played on like a Monday or Sunday night, I'd be saying this was a 200 risk right here. A 200 breaker could have been. 12 points from one more position from that position there, and we would have been crossing 200. But Dak helping out a lot on that. But still, I mean, despite 5 from the QB, a 6 from your running back, you got 16 from your kicker. Pretty good. 30 from Amon Ra. 141 would have beat most other teams in this league this year, but not this week. This week you played Mike. Last matchup I have for this week is Bijan Mustard versus John Popper's Harmonica. John Popper's Harmonica crawling back up to 500, found himself back in a playoff position here, was just above me in the standings, but now he's in the playoffs. If the league was to end today, he's in that third seed in that American division with a 162 performance. And this performance from Travis drops him all the way into last place from the Lebanese division. Both me and him have a 3-7 record. It's tough looking at Travis's roster to see kind of where he went wrong. I mean, Madison getting you 4.3, you don't really like. Diggs, you hate to see 6 points from Diggs. Um, but I just it you look around. I mean, 28 from Burrow's nice, 17 from Bijan's nice, 10 from DJ Moore. Sure, you'll take it. 15 from Debo is nice. Just not enough putting him in last place now. 35 from Sam Howell. Good for John Popper. That's a good pickup. I'm pretty sure he would have had to drop, I think, or IR Justin Fields and pick up Sam Howell. That's a great pickup this week for him. And Rashad White in 22, Kittle 25, 28 from Chase. Good week all around. 22 from Montgomery. Good week all around for John Popper there. All right, and that is the last matchup of week 10. Let's get in the week 11 preview. Big Smith Energy versus Worst to First. This is a battle of the first seed. There's a lot on the line here for, frankly, for both teams. Honestly, both teams are a game only have a game lead on that first seed. From the beginning of the year to now, they were pretty secure in that first seed. They were winning a lot, and there really wasn't much of a issue. Billy hasn't been losing much. Everybody else in our division has just been winning. The American division has just been winning. Connor has strung together a couple losses now. He's on a 2-loss streak. His is really threatened. Billy's just got to be careful. Billy just can't make any mistakes. Connor really can't make any mistakes. And this is a tough one. I'm seeing an injury designation for Jalen Hurts and Garrett Wilson. I don't know how serious those are. They still have high projections for both of them. This is tough. I mean, numbers wise, this is saying Connor is supposed to blow out Billy. I mean, 137 projected points to 121. I'm going to go with Billy, though. This is tough. This is game of the week right here. Jalen Hurts versus Tua, it's a toss-up. I want to say Tua wins this, but they're the same quarterback. Brees Hall versus Etienne. I'm going to go Etienne. Walker versus James Conner. I'm going to go Walker. Wilson versus Cup. This matchup really depends on Cooper Kupp being Cooper Kupp. This is 3 weeks in a row. I think he's put up 6 points. I think. I want to take a look at that. It's for sure 2. 3 weeks in a row, he's put up 6 points. Because of that, I'm going to go Garrett Wilson. Devonta Smith versus Amon-Ra. Amon-Ra. Evan Ingram versus McBride. Ingram probably. Waddle versus this Dell kid, this kid from Houston. Waddle. Kickers, who gives a shit. But then Billy's got the Browns defense versus Steelers. Both great teams. I think it goes to Billy, though. I'm going to go with Billy. And I'm sure Connor's would take himself. Next matchup I have is Aardvark Kings versus Post Mahomes. Now, this is a matchup John needs to win, because if Connor loses, he needs to win so he can slide up into that first spot. I'm not going to give that to him this week, though. That's not happening on my watch. We're getting a win this week. Cause and you know what, I think this one really just, when you stack up the teams, this just comes down to the matchups. I think some of my better players have just a little bit easier matchups than some of his better players. This could be a projections game. We both just end up hitting projections, but I don't think this is the matchup where John takes that first seed. He's gonna have to wait till next week. Catch me outside Herbert Dad versus Danis system. Both teams 4-6. Both teams a game out of the playoffs. Both teams are in that 4 seed in their respective divisions. Dana's system still has a chance. He can still kind of string together some games here and flip-flop. It's going to be harder from Jacob. This American division is tight. It's hot. It's hard. So this is kind of a must win for Jacob. Jacob needs to start stacking some wins out here. He needs Herbert to have another 30-point week. Gibbs to start taking more control over from Montgomery, even though I don't think that's going to happen, but that's kind of what's needed. Ridley and A.J. Brown, okay. I like A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown could do good against KC. This is a tough one, because Dana's system, even though they've been the lowest scoring team 2 weeks in a row, I could also see him booming, and he's got Dobbs playing. Really is just going for an all Vikings team sometimes. Vikings defense now too. Wow. I think he's pretty much had like every Viking that you can have. It's a strategy. It is a strategy, I guess. Um, he's not getting. He has JJ. He's not getting JJ back this week. That'll be next week. I'm gonna go with Catch Me Outside Herbert. That I'm not a big Judy fan here. Singletary, the Houston running game, kind of a little unpredictable. And as far as Damian Pierce is starting to do pretty good, but so is Singletary. Just kind of where's that going to go? I guess. But it's also they're playing Arizona, so they both could do great this week. But I'm gonna go with Catch Me Outside Herbert. That. CMCU later versus Bijan Mustard. I don't think we need to spend too much time on this. Mike is on a roll. I don't see Mike slowing down. Mike and John Popper's harmonica have the longest streak going in the league right now with 3 wins. Bijan Mustard also has the longest losing streak going on right now with he has 5 losses in a row. So he's losing Bijan. If his other who is his? Let's look at the system here. Oh, Bud. Oof, Maron. Madison is that questionable? And he has nobody else. Miles Sanders and this Amari DeMercado. And, and that's a running back 2, maybe 3, because James Conner's back now. And his flex is Debo. He's thin. That's gonna be Bijan's because he's gonna have to put Miles Sanders in it. I don't like that. And if Madison doesn't play, I mean this Amari DeMarcado might not play either. There's nobody. There's nobody else really on the free agency for running backs. All right. Yeah, I think this is an easy this is Mike. I don't see. I think we might see Bijan be the lowest scoring team this week, just based on personnel he has available for him. Natalina Wine Mixer versus Better Luck Next Time. Better Luck Next Time is hot. Just put up 150 some points. Natalina Wine Mixer's a little cold. They're cooling off. If there was ever a time to. He's only projected 89 points with the full roster. Yeesh. Oh, Watson's out for the season, so he's got to flip a quarterback around in there. Do you have one? He doesn't have one, so there's. What are there for options for quarterback for Harley? Okay, there's Russell Wilson out there. It looks like Matt Stafford might come back. Geno Smith is back out there after a 33-point week. Looks like Connor dropped Will Levis. Fun experiment. So yeah, he's got options out there. I'm gonna say this because he beat me and because I need Natalie to lose, and it looks like she's in bye week hell this week. I'm gonna go with Harley. I think Harley's the winner. Going to be the winner this week, even though the projections don't show it. That looks like bye week hell. Because Ramondre Stevens goes to the bench. Who she's got? Mostert is questionable. Otherwise it's Eckler's backup if Mostert doesn't play. Jonnu Smith, she's gonna have to go grab a tight end. She's gonna have Young Ho Koo has been a great kicker for her this year. she'll have to probably go. She'll have to get a new kicker. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Harley. I think this is an easy one. Last matchup is John Popper's harmonica versus Cowboys D for 54. Battle of 500. After this matchup, someone's gonna have a winning record and someone will have a losing record. This is tough. This one is a tough one. I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna go with John Popper's harmonica, just because he's got Brian Robson Jr. playing. That's my boy right there. That's my boy Blue. Uh, Sam Howell versus Goff. I think Goff wins. Montgomery versus Warren. Give that to Montgomery. Robinson versus Donta Foreman. Robinson. Ayuk Kirk. Ayuk. Chase McLaurin. Unpopular opinion, Chase McLaurin. I'm going to go with McLaurin. Kittle and Njoku. Kittle. Rashad White versus Pickens. Go with White. Cowboys D's done better, so I go Cowboys D. Kickers, who gives a shit? Yeah, this is John Poppers. And that's all of them. Just a quick night. Just a quick night tonight. Get through it. Yeah, that's it. Good luck, everybody, this week. Playoff race is heating up here. We only have a couple more weeks. Trade deadline is coming up here. I can let everybody know when that is. Let's see here. Where is it? So trade deadline will be after week 15, I believe it is. After the last week. So I'll double check to make sure that date is right. But yeah, that's when it should be is the last week. It will be the trade deadline. But yeah, that's it. I will see you guys next week. Have a good rest of the night. Have a good rest of the week.